Desert Dancer is about a young Iranian man in Iran named Afshin Ghaffarian who had a dream of becoming a dancer despite a nationwide ban on dancing and the struggles he had to go through to reach his dreams. The thing that I connected most with this film was the fact that it's the very first time that the Green Movement, the Green Revolution of 2009, is being depicted cinematically. It has never been put on the big screen. This film humanizes Iranians, Middle Easterners, for the first time, I think, in film, where you have these kids, and by the way, more than half of the Iranian population are under the age of 35. So these kids in Iran, these young adults who have the same goals and hopes and aspirations as the rest of us, who love to dance, who fall in love like the rest of us, who may do drugs, who fall prey to the same afflictions, and have the same problems that we do on a daily basis in America and England and everywhere across the world. And it humanizes Iranians. And I think the main thing that I take away from this film is if we want to have world peace, if we want to have any kind of understanding of people who we don't know anything about, we have to focus on our similarities. And that's what this film does. It really shows the human side of Iran. It's not about the nuclear issue. It's not about the politics. It's about people. Early on, Richard and I had a discussion about Parisa being kind of the anchor, the person who starts off her son's journey. She gives her son the freedom to pursue his dreams. She encourages it. And I think there are a lot of parents like that in Iran who want their kids to fulfill their dreams and show them the right way. And as a woman, to have that power in the film, that strength, I think was very important. The thing that I love most about Richard's direction is that he asked a lot of questions. He did his own research, of course, but on set, he really would come to me with questions like, is this hijab right? Is the headscarf right? Would women dress this way in Iran? Does this ring true? Do you think this is authentic? And I think he really paid special attention to authenticity. The Iranian people know the plight of the Iranian people. It's everybody else in the world that doesn't. So I completely understand, and it's completely justified in my eyes that the film would be in English, which is a universal language. It's completely justified in my eyes that the cast would be a universal cast from all over the world, so that people across the world can connect to this story. Because, yes, it's based in Iran, but this could happen anywhere in the world. Repression is repression, injustice is injustice. And there's so many cases of injustice across the world that I think even if it's a personal case of injustice, people can relate to this story. It's about the freedom of expression. And it's such a basic human right that I think everybody can relate to the story. So I think it was important for the film to have this kind of universality, and I think Richard did a fantastic job with that. There's a history of repressing artists in Iran, actors like Marzieh Wafameh, Pegah Ahangarani, who have been persecuted for expressing themselves. And at the core of this film, it's just about the freedom of expression and the right to freedom of expression, which I think most artists can relate with because we rely on it so heavily in our work. So so all of those were sources of kind of research and inspiration for me. The way Akram Khan captured everything that's real about what's going on inside of Iran in dance was so impressive. The fact that there's a moment where Frida and Reese are about to touch, and then Tom separates their hands with a movement. Because he represents the besieged, and it's just so powerful, and it just conjures up so many emotions when you're watching it. It's uplifting at the same time. It's inspiring. You want to make a difference at the end of this film. You want to do something. You want to get up and get involved in a way to make the world a better place, to follow your dreams, even if it's just something for you personally. I think the film ignites something in people. So there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of emotion at the end of this film.